Hello students. So now we are going to discuss one of the important concepts of our electrical engineering, that is what is synchronous speed. Okay, so as I told you, our three-phase induction motor stator is rotating at a speed which is synchronous speed. Okay, the resultant speed, the rotating magnetic field RMF rotates at a speed that is called as synchronous speed. Okay, what is the speed of that synchronous speed? We have a expression for synchronous speed as ns is called synchronous speed, which equal to 120 into f is the supply frequency by number of poles of any machine. So this expression is very useful for your electrical machines. Okay, it can be used for induction machine as well as synchronous machine. Whenever you get a term synchronous speed, the speed is equal to 120 into f by p. Okay, so as I told you that the rotor EMF of our induction motor depends on the relative speed between stator magnetic field as well as rotor conductors. Okay, the stator magnetic field is rotating at a speed called synchronous speed, that is ns equal to 120 f by p, and our rotor rotates at its own speed, that is nr. I consider the rotor speed of our induction motor as nr. Nr is rotor speed of our induction motor. Okay, this nr will try to catch up with this ns. That means the rotor of our induction motor tries to catching up with stator magnetic field, but it won't catch up. If it did so, if it catch up with the stator magnetic field, there will be no relative speed between stator magnetic field as well as rotor conductors. So there will be no EMF in the rotor conductors, hence there will be no current in the rotor conductors. So on, there will be no EMF in the rotor conductors, which will never produce rotating torque in the rotor conductors. Hence our rotor starts decelerating. I already explained the theory in the rotating magnetic field concept. So our rotor speed will always be less than synchronous speed. So that I am going to write it as nr, that is rotor speed of our induction motor, is always less than synchronous speed. Okay, how much it is less than our synchronous speed is given by a slip speed. Okay, how much our rotor speed is less than synchronous speed of our stator magnetic field is given by a term called slip. Okay, now I am going to define one important concept in induction machines, that is slip speed. Slip. Okay, as I told you, slip is the difference between synchronous speed and rotor speed of induction machine. That means slip speed which is an RPM equal to difference between our synchronous speed, which is the speed of our rotating magnetic field, and our rotor speed. Here ns is synchronous speed and nr is our rotor speed of machine, rotor speed. As I already told you, nr is always less than ns. So this is slip speed. Ns is in rpm and nr is also rpm. Rpm means revolutions per minute. In 1 minute, how many revolutions it make is called rpm. So now what is slip? Whenever our slip speed is slip speed in per unit quantity. That means whenever I express slip speed with respect to synchronous speed, that will be our slip. That means ns minus nr, this is slip speed by I am expressing it with ns. So this is per unit quantity, so our slip will be having no units. Okay, this is slip. and if you multiply with 100, this will be percentage slip. Okay. So finally this is the expression we got for slip, that is ns minus nr by ns, where ns is synchronous speed, nr is rotor speed, and we are measuring with respect to our synchronous speed. So this is slip speed. This is the concept of slip. This slip difference depends upon the load applied on the induction machine. So the more is the load, the more will be the slip. That means the more is the load, we will have more retarding torque on our machine, so there will be more slip. That means whenever we increase the load, the difference between synchronous speed and our rotor speed will increases. That means this difference will increase with respect to our load. If load is increased, this difference will be increased. If this difference is increased, our slip will increase, this will increase. If this is increased, this will be increased. So our slip depends upon the load on the machine. Okay, this is about slip. So I am writing it again, that slip is represented as S, slip S equal to ns minus nr by ns. Okay, if I multiply this nr to this side, this will be s into ns, which equal to ns minus nr. Now I am keeping nr here, I am taking this ns to this side. Now this nr will be ns minus sns. Okay. Now the expression for our rotor speed, whenever we have synchronous speed and slip, will be like this. Okay, this is the expression for rotor speed of a induction machine. nr is rotor speed. Okay, if we can find the ns with respect to, we can find the ns whenever we have supply frequency and number of volts. If there is given data has supply frequency and number of volts, we can find out the synchronous speed. So by using synchronous speed and slip, we can find out the rotor speed. If we have rotor speed and synchronous speed, we can find out the slip. Okay, this is the relation between rotor speed and synchronous speed. Okay, now we are going to do some problems based on this expression. Okay, let us do some problems. So I am going to write down the expressions here. Slip equal to ns minus nr by ns, and nr equal to ns into 1 minus s. Okay, so we have another concept, that is frequency of rotor current. That means the induction motor generates current in the rotor circuit, as I already told you, right? So what is the frequency of that current? Now we are going to discuss it. Initially it is stationary. If rotor conductor is stationary, what will be the frequency of our rotor current? The frequency of rotor current is equal to our supply frequency. That means at stationary condition of rotor, the frequency of rotor is equal to supply frequency. Now when our rotor is revolving, that means rotor has gained a speed, that is nr. Okay, now our rotor is rotating. Now what is the frequency of the rotor current? That depends on the slip speed. That is ns minus nr. So whenever the rotor is stationary, the frequency of rotor current depends upon the supply frequency. Now when it is rotating, when the rotor is rotating, the frequency of the rotor current depends upon the slip speed. That means we can write, let me say, left fr bar is the rotor frequency at any speed. Okay, that means Fr bar is the rotor frequency at any speed. That means I can write the slip speed at ns minus nr equal to 120 into Fr dash by P. So, this is the slip speed expression for Fr dash. Fr dash is the rotor frequency at any speed. So, I have expression that is synchronous speed which is equal to 120 F by P. Okay, F is the supply frequency here. Okay, if I divide these two equations, if I divide equation 1 and 2, the expression will be like this. That means ns minus nr by ns equal to 120 Fr bar by P whole by 120 F by P. So, if I cancel out, the expression will be like this: ns minus nr by ns equal to Fr dash by supply frequency. You can see the expression for ns minus nr by ns is equal to S. That means I can write this as S equal to Fr dash by Fs. That means the frequency of rotor current will be equal to S times our supply frequency. Okay, here I have replaced this expression with S. That means S equal to Fr dash by F. So, our rotor frequency equal to slip times our supply frequency. That means at any instance our rotor frequency equal to slip times our supply frequency. Okay, this is another most important expression that I am going to write here. So, these are the expressions I have obtained S into Fs, where Fs is the supply frequency. Okay, so these are the expressions I have got here. Okay, so our rotor currents are rotating at a frequency that is Fr equal to S times Fs. So, these currents will flow these individual current will flow in the phases of our rotor that will produce magnetic fields. So, these individual magnetic fields will combine to form a rotating magnetic field in the rotor also. So, what is the frequency, what is the speed of that rotating magnetic field that has been generated by rotor currents, that I am going to find out. So, Fr is the rotor frequency. So, the speed of our rotating magnetic field in the rotor, I am giving it as nr dash equal to 120 times Fr by P. So, you have 120 into Fr is equal to S times Fs by P. I am writing 120 Fs by P separately, so that I can replace with it Ns. So, S times this expression can be replaced with Ns. So, this is the speed of rotating magnetic field, speed of rotor rotating magnetic field relative to rotor. Okay, this is the speed of rotor rotating magnetic field relative to rotor. Now, we have to find out this speed with respect to space. That means nr bar with respect to space. Now, I am going to find out this. So, our nr dash is rotating with the speed of S into ns. This is with respect to rotor. This is rotor, I can say. So, let me consider it as rotor. So, our rotating magnetic field in the rotor circuit is having a speed of S times ns. This is rotating with respect to rotor, and our rotor is rotating at a speed nr with respect to space. So, what will be the speed of our rotor rotating magnetic field with respect to space? That will be sum of rotor rotating magnetic field with respect to rotor plus rotor speed with respect to space. That means the speed of rotor RMF equal to speed of magnetic field, rotor magnetic field with respect to rotor plus speed of rotor with respect to space. Speed of rotor with respect to space. I am finding the speed of rotor magnetic field with respect to space here. So, the speed of rotor rotating magnetic field with respect to space equal to speed of rotor rotating magnetic field with respect to rotor, that is this speed, plus the speed of rotor with respect to space, that is nr. Okay. Now, the speed of magnetic field with respect to rotor is s times ns plus the speed of rotor with respect to space is nr. This is nr. Okay. Now, I am replacing nr with this expression here, that is s times ns plus ns into 1 minus s. So, s times ns plus ns minus s times ns. So, these two can be cancelled. Now, we got the speed of rotor rotating magnetic field with respect to space equal to ns. So, what did you observe from this? This is the speed of rotor rotating magnetic field. What is the speed of stator rotating magnetic field? We got that is also equal to ns. So, the rotating magnetic fields of stator as well as rotor are equal, which is equal to synchronous speed. Okay. Our rotating magnetic fields in the stator as well as rotor are rotating with respect to each other at a speed of synchronous speed. Okay. That means there is the relative speed, I can write it as the relative speed between stator rotating magnetic field and rotor rotating magnetic field is equal to 0. That means relative speed means speed difference. If you subtract ns minus ns, the speed difference will be 0. That means the relative speed between stator magnetic field and rotor magnetic field is 0, because they both rotate at a speed that is equal to synchronous speed. Okay. These two magnetic fields superimpose on each other and they rotate in the air gap with a speed that is synchronous speed. So, what did we got? The rotating magnetic field speed is ns of rotor. The rotor rotating magnetic field is speed equal to ns, which is equal to stator rotating magnetic field, that is ns. Okay. The relative speed between stator rotating magnetic field and rotor rotating magnetic field are 0. Okay. This is what we got till now. Let us do one problem so that you can understand betterly. Okay. So, this is a problem. A 4-pole 3-phase induction motor, a 4-pole 3-phase induction motor operates at 50 Hz frequency. Then find the speed of stator magnetic field. Okay, what is the speed of stator magnetic field? Then the speed of the rotor when slip is 0.04. Okay, the speed of the rotor when slip is 0.04. Then when the frequency of the rotor current when slip is 0.03. The last one is the frequency of the rotor current at standstill, that means at 0 rotation. So, let us find out one by one. Okay. So what do we have? Given data. What is the given data here? So this is the format how to perform a mathematical operation. First you have to write down the given data. The number of poles we have given is 4, which is 3 phase, and the operating frequency, which is supply frequency, is 50 Hz. Okay. So first of all, whenever you are going to calculate any speed formula, first thing you have to find out is synchronous speed. Okay. What is the synchronous speed? Ns equal to 120 Fs by P. Okay. So now I am going to find out the synchronous speed. 120 into what is Fs, supply frequency is 50 Hz, and number of poles are 4. So this can be 6000 by 4, which is equal to 1500 rpm. The synchronous speed is 1500 rpm. So by finding the synchronous speed, half of the problem will be over. Okay. Whenever you find out the synchronous speed, your problem will be very easy. Now what did he ask? The speed of the first question is speed of stator rotating magnetic field. This is what he asked. So what is the speed of stator rotating magnetic field? Which is nothing but synchronous speed. Okay. Right? The speed of stator magnetic field is nothing but speed of rotating magnetic field, which is equal to synchronous speed. What is the synchronous speed here? 1500 rpm. Okay. Now we are done with the option A. Next, option B. The speed of the rotor when slip is 0.04. What is the relation between speed of the rotor and synchronous speed and slip? So here you can see this is the speed of the rotor, which is equal to synchronous speed times 1 minus s, ns into 1 minus s. So here the speed of the rotor, what is the given data here? At slip equal to 0.04. Okay. Now our rotor speed equal to synchronous speed into 1 minus s. Okay. Now I am substituting the values here, which equal to ns is 1500 rpm into 1 minus 0.04. This is the slip value he has given here, 0.04. So this will be 1500 into 0.96. So what will be its value? Tell me. Which is equal to 1440 rpm. So the speed of our rotor is 1440 rpm. Its slip is 0.04. The speed of our rotor will change if slip is changed. Okay. Now option 3, that is frequency of the rotor current when slip is 0.03. Here slip is 0.03. So what is the frequency of rotor expression? That is Fr equal to S times supply frequency. Right. So we have supply frequency as 50 Hz. So 50 Hz. What is the slip given here? That is 0.03. So what will be the answer? Which is 1.5 Hz. Right. 1 point times 1.5 Hz. Am I right? 0.3 into 1.5. Okay. 1.5 Hz. This is the frequency of rotor. Okay. This is the frequency of rotor when the slip is 0.03. Now the last one, the frequency of the rotor current at standstill. Standstill means when NR equal to 0, there is no rotation. At the standstill means at the starting there is no rotation, NR equal to 0. That means at NR equal to 0, the value of slip will be, S will be 1. Okay. You can write S equal to Ns minus Nr by Ns, right. If you substitute Nr equal to 0, Ns minus 0 by Ns, that equal to Ns by Ns will be 1. So that means at standstill, that is Nr equal to 0, our slip value will be 1. That means, so the frequency of the rotor current will be S times Fs so at the starting, that means at the standstill nr equal to 0, then s equal to 1. If I substitute s equal to 1, that will be 1 into fs. So our fr will be equal to 50 Hz. So this is the proof that I told you, when there is no rotation, the frequency of the rotor current equal to supply frequency. This is the proof. Okay. So I think you got clear idea about basic formulas, that is slip, rotor current, rotor speed and rotor frequency. So these are the important concepts in an induction machine. So I hope you understand. The speed of stator magnetic field equal to ns, that is synchronous speed, which is also equal to speed of rotation rotor magnetic field, rotor rotating magnetic field. Okay, and we can find out the rotor speed using slip and synchronous speed. You can find out the rotor frequency using slip and supply frequency, and we can find out the rotor frequency at standstill by applying s equal to 1. That means at standstill the difference between ns and nr are maximum, that is equal to s equal to 1. Okay. So this is about our synchronous speed and rotor speed and rotor frequency. Okay. Thank you.